Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about my jewelry collection. I have a pretty tiny and minimal jewelry collection, but I thought it would be worthwhile to walk through the pieces that I do have and share them with you guys. Since my jewelry collection is pretty small, I'll also be walking you guys through my wish list in terms of jewelry that I would love to add to my collection in the coming years. So just a bit of background on what types of jewelry I prefer if you are new to this channel. I definitely am more of a gold jewelry person, so the pieces that you'll be seeing in this video are all gold. In terms of what kinds of jewelry I like to wear, mainly I wear earrings and rings. Those are like the top jewelry pieces that I look for when adding to my collection because I do get the most wear out of those types of jewelry. I will start off with earrings. So I have two pairs of earrings, both gold hoop earrings. Both of my earrings are from a brand called Alliciante, and I got them years back, and so I've been using them for plenty of years. I know that I love them and that they are great quality, and I literally just switch back and forth between these two pair of earrings depending on my mood. So these ones are a bit smaller, a bit more understated. They are called the small señorita hoops. Yeah, I just think that they're a very sweet piece. If I'm not feeling like a larger hoop earring, I put these on. So these are a bit more of a casual wear. The thing that I love about these earrings is that they are super lightweight. I have tried hoop earrings from multiple brands, and one of the issues that I find when it comes to hoop earrings is that they can be really dense and heavy. And for me personally, I want an earring that I literally can't feel on my earlobe, that I can have on all the time, and it's like a barely there piece. I'm not distracted by it by any means. And so these pair of earrings are perfect for that. They are super, super lightweight. I can't even tell that they're on my ear. I like that this isn't your traditional gold hoop. It does have that indentation detail on it that I find to be a bit more interesting and fun. So if I'm feeling like switching it up, I will put on these earrings. These earrings currently retail for $275, so they are definitely at a steeper price point, but I will say that they are solid 14 karat gold, and so you kind of do get what you pay for. Like I mentioned, I've had these earrings for a long time, and I find that they're great quality. I'd say that it's definitely worth the investment if you find a piece that you know that you'll be wearing forever, kind of like these earrings are for me. I know that I'll be wearing them for ideally the rest of my life, so definitely was worth the investment for me. My second pair of earrings that I'm going to show you today are also from Alliciante. They are a larger gold hoop earring, and they are called the Lunetta hoop earrings. I believe they sell this pair of earrings in two sizes, and these are the larger earrings. I purchased these earrings around the same time that I purchased the other pair of earrings, and similarly I find that they have been really great quality. They've stood the test of time. I've had them for several years, so I can say that I really love them, and I think that they are also worth the investment that I made. This is basically your simple, basic go-to hoop earring. I personally like a larger hoop earring in addition to the smaller style, and so I definitely get the most wear out of these. I basically wear these every day. I think that a hoop earring of this size is really perfect because it is just a simple gold hoop, but they're large enough that they stand out in your outfit and they really add a lovely detail to whatever you're wearing that day. I feel like this is my statement piece of jewelry, and I wouldn't feel like myself without them. Again, these are extremely lightweight, and despite their larger size, I really can barely tell that they're there. These currently retail for $465. When I purchased them a few years ago, they were definitely at a lower price point, so I think they have increased the price, but again, they are solid 14 karat gold, so I think again, you do get what you pay for. The only issue that I will raise that I've had with these earrings is that on one of them, the clasp closure is not secure. Like as soon as I got them, basically the clasp was not staying closed on one of the earrings, and so I had to kind of fix that myself with a pair of pliers, which obviously is not ideal when you are paying so much for a piece. I will say that when I bought these earrings, they were at a way lower price point than they are currently, so it's possible that they've upgraded the quality of the earring, but that's just something to keep in mind. Now moving on to rings, I have two from Mejuri that I'm going to show you guys today. The first is one that I wear every day. I literally just don't take it off. With most of my rings, I don't take them off. I shower in them. They're on 24/7. So the first ring is called the Diamonds Team Ring. It's basically a 14 karat gold, like thin band with small diamonds on half of the band. I was immediately drawn to this ring when I saw it in the store because it's so dainty, but the diamonds really stand out and kind of like shimmer on your finger. And so I think it's a really stunning piece. It's understated and simple, but still special enough. I think it stands well alone on your finger, but you could also obviously stack it because it is such a thin band. It retails for $398, so definitely a very steep price point. But again, I just think a really special piece and something that I will be wearing for the rest of my life. This next ring that I have from Mejuri, I actually wasn't able to find on their website, so they might not even sell it anymore, which is strange because I thought that it was one of their most like best-selling rings, and it is the croissant style dome ring in gold. I remember this being like one of their most classic silhouettes, and it was probably like the first piece that I ever got at Mejuri. This for me is definitely a statement ring, and so I honestly just don't wear it a lot. It is definitely a chunkier ring than I'm used to, and so it is not as comfortable on my finger, and I think that is the reason why I don't wear it all the time. I really just pull it out for special occasions. I don't entirely remember if this ring is gold vermeil, which would mean that it's not solid gold, it's just coated in gold. I do believe that it is vermeil because I don't remember spending a lot on it. I don't believe it's solid gold, but I think it's still a beautiful piece. If you are looking for a gold statement piece, but you're used to like thinner bands, I think this is a good place to start because it is a chunkier ring, but it's not as chunky and heavy as it could get. And then the next rings that I'm gonna show you guys are all either like vintage or gifted, and so I don't entirely know where they're from, but I thought I would show them to you anyways because I do wear them all the time. Like I don't take them off, so they are definitely what I would consider some of my favorite rings. The first is this simple gold band. It's a thin gold band. I do believe it is 14 karat gold. Yeah, it's very simple. I honestly think that you could get something like this anywhere, and I got this piece specifically because it is great for stacking with other rings. I think if you like dainty thin bands, it's nice to have a plain gold band because you're able to stack and kind of build that size that may be lacking in just one small band. So what I do specifically with this ring is I stack it with another ring. This is actually a diamond ring on a thin gold band. I like the illusion that it gives of like a thicker band when you stack them together, and I think side by side with the Mejuri diamond ring, it just is such a nice combination of gold and sparkle. And then the only ring I wear on my other hand is a ring that was gifted to me. It is a clouder ring, and so it has this traditional design on it. I think all rings in this style have the same design, but this one specifically is just in like a plain gold, which I love because it goes with all of my other rings. But yeah, I just kind of keep it simple on my left hand. I have just one bracelet, and it is from Mejuri, and it is this thin gold chain bracelet. I don't think they sell this anymore because I looked on the website and they don't have this exact product, but it's basically a very simple, very thin gold bracelet. It's extremely delicate, and I do believe it is 14 karat gold. Again, like all my other pieces, it's a barely there piece, and so I am able to keep it on. This bracelet I never take off. I shower with it, sleep with it on. Yeah, it's just kind of a part of me at this point. There's a similar bracelet that I found on the Mejuri website, and it's called the paper chain bracelet, and it retails for about $150, I believe. So if you're looking for something similar, I will link that below. And then lastly, I wanted to show you guys something fun. It's a brooch that I actually got at a vintage shop a few months ago, and I'm very excited to style this for the fall. It is this little maple leaf brooch with a tiny like pearl drop. It is just so stunning and perfect for a seasonal look. I do have an idea of how I'm going to be styling it. I think I'm going to get a like thin white scarf that I can kind of drape around my shoulders or around my neck, and then kind of just like pin the scarf closed with this little brooch. I think that's going to be just so stunning and such a cute seasonal look for the fall. So yeah, on that note, let us talk about what is on my jewelry wish list. So I have my computer with me, and I've pulled up my wish list items when it comes to jewelry. The first thing that I've been wanting for a while and will probably be the next jewelry piece that I get for myself is a monogram gold ring. There are so many stunning variations on this, so I'm not entirely sure what brand specifically I want to get this from, but I've seen many versions of these, and honestly there are so many beautiful ones. But I think that this is such a special piece, and it's just so me. I definitely love having things with my initial on them. I think I would add this to like top chic things, like that video that I made in the past. Having a ring with a monogram on it just sounds very classy and timeless. Following on the theme of engraved rings, I found this brand on Instagram actually called Ethereal Bloom Jewelry, and they have this really stunning thin gold band that's engraved with like floral details almost. It just combines my favorite things, which are like dainty gold jewelry and nature and like emblems of nature. I just think that's such a stunning combination, and it would be the perfect ring for like spring, summer. Another brand for rings that I've had my eye on is called Linear, and they do like delicate gold pieces very, very well, which is why I was immediately attracted to this brand. So the ring that I'm specifically looking at with this brand is called the Aurelia ring. It again is a thin gold band with diamonds on like the front part of the ring. And the diamonds are just these like unique, almost like sharp oval shapes. And there's like large ones lined next to small ones. And I think it's just such a unique ring, but again, dainty and like very sparkly, which I love. Now, I don't wear necklaces really ever, but I do have my eye on this little charm that I think would make the most sense on a necklace. And it is this ballet slipper charm from a brand called Golden. If you know me, I love ballet, and so I just immediately was drawn to this. I think it's just such a sweet little piece and could get me into wearing necklaces. And then lastly, I have been loving vintage watches. I think they definitely have made a comeback and everyone is loving them at the moment. But for me personally, I just love a very like sparkly vintage watch. Obviously, like diamonds are expensive, so not something that I'll be getting anytime soon, but just something I've been loving. There are just so many stunning like antique watches that would be a dream come true to have one day. More realistically, I've also had my eye on like gold watches. I found a brand called Brita, I believe is how it's pronounced, and they do this really stunning, delicate gold watch, and the band of the watch is kind of like this weaved golden moment, and I think it's so beautiful. I've always loved like a leather band on a watch, but I never considered gold watches, like diamond watches. I think watches as jewelry is something that's new to me and something I've really been loving and getting a lot of inspiration from. So yeah, those are all of the jewelry pieces that are currently on my wish list. I'm sure it will grow. There are so many new jewelry brands popping up every day and coming up with such creative and beautiful pieces. So yeah, I think it's fun to look at pieces and talk about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and leave me any comments or questions below, and we'll talk very soon. Bye.